I met with the Garda Commissioner this morning. I'm going to be speaking to Dublin traders and others later on in the day. Our advice is that it is safe to come into the city. The riots that occurred last night only occurred in a relatively small part of it, thankfully, and were contained within hours. And while some shops may not be open, the vast majority are, and we're saying to people that it is safe to come into the city, that there will be a heightened Garda presence, more than might have been the case in the past, and if we believe that there is a threat, then that advice will change.
A lot of police around late in the evening here along the street here. There was a fire here just outside Penny's store. I think it was like a blockade, and the police were at the top of Liffey Street, and a load of gangs trying to break into Ernest. Broke the shutter, broke the glass, broke the doors. But they'd all this well cornered off here to stop the gangs moving up and down. But it was horrific, absolutely horrific for Dublin. No, you can say in relation to the attack there in Parnell yesterday afternoon, God help them, has nothing to do with what went on here last night. It's just tuggery, and no protection or whatever else around the city. And it's terrible for any of the staff working in shops that couldn't even get home then last night, because they were barred into their own shops. They couldn't get out. Even staff in Ireland there weren't allowed to leave until later on in the evening. So to me, it's nothing to do with far right or far left or whatever. It's just tuggery and destroying the city, destroying tourism. And it's just absolute disgrace, absolute disgrace.
The manager, he called me, said that too many people, they came and they broke the glasses on Foot Locker here on the street. And the staff is still inside. So just they running on the roof, and just to be safe, you know. Everything's damaged here. Everything's actually like lost everything.
The most serious riots in years have broken out in Dublin. They began last night in response to the stabbing of 3 children and an adult woman. The attacker was a man of North African origin. The riots were centered on O'Connell Street, one of the most important streets in the Irish capital. They began on Thursday evening and lasted until late into the night. A group of 100 to 200 people threw firecrackers, bottles, and other objects at police officers. A police car, several city buses, and a streetcar were set on fire. There was also vandalism, and store windows on O'Connell Street were smashed. Participants in the riot chanted anti-immigrant slogans, and a poster reading "Irish Lives Matter" could be seen in photos and video footage. Meanwhile, police reported that despite the violent nature of the riot, no one was seriously injured in it. As of this morning, services have been cleaning up wrecked vehicles and replacing broken storefronts.